Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over in the test server, and I was kind of wondering, what are the next events that are going to be coming? Are we going to see anything new? So I want to kind of discuss what we're going to be seeing coming down the pipeline for AFK Arena. Now remember, there are a few things that we know are coming 100%. Number one is going to be the Awakened Hero. So we are going to see an Awakened Wilder Hero. We are going to see an Awakened Graveborn Hero, which should be slated still for 2025. So making sure that you're saving up some resources, because of course, when it comes to these Awakened Heroes, getting the signature item built, getting the engraving in there, as well as the furniture is imperative to unlocking all of their skills and abilities. And it also looks like we're probably going to have one, if not two more Draconic Heroes. Now, again, kind of the speculation is we're going to see one more Highborn Draconic Hero. We're probably going to see one more regular Draconic Hero. Again, that already brings 4 heroes, which we know we get a new hero every 2 weeks. So that is a kind of an extended amount of time going into and seeing when they're going to delay or when they're going to release these heroes. I don't think there's anything in the mix for a crossover to be coming, but of course we do have the ability, or we might see a new hero to the regular factions, because even looking here, we got Garok and of course we got Mira. Now Mira has already been out for a significant amount of time for the Greyborn, and I believe we've only seen 3 this year. I think it's been like 3 regular heroes. I know we had Mira, we had Alvida. We did also have our Mauler, which of course is making a really big splash, Telmar. So we might have the option to get one more maybe. And again, based on rotation, based on everything like that, it would probably be a regular Graveborn hero, because we know we just got Celine out of here, which was our latest hero. So again, rumor is that, I know speculation over when we were playing over on when we did our live stream, that it is going to be a Highborn Draconic Hero that is going to be next. But I kind of caution, because it seems like it wasn't that long since we got Kalon. And overall, I know a lot of players, including myself, unfortunately can't build him. And now we're seeing him best in slot in most of the formations. Now, looking at the events, we also do have right now the Magician's Hat is up, but the Pursuit of Treasure. Now, this is one, of course, you're going to get some resources out of here. You're going to gain some levels. And overall, guys, it's a way to get some free material, including the Stargazer scrolls. It's pretty limited, though. They do give you quite a few common scrolls when you're going through here. So make sure that you're just hopping in here and, of course, setting it up. You can see right there, I am. So making sure, again, this is kind of a combined effort to get everything in here. Even though the rewards, in my opinion, are pretty low, there's still free rewards within AFK Arena. And then we get into the calendar. That is it, guys, because tomorrow becomes the Poetic Pop Quiz. The Poetic Pop Quiz, of course, you go through, you answer some questions. There's 5 questions, there's 4 answers, and it's pretty much all about lore. Now, when it comes to lore of AFK Arena, not super in tune. I don't follow a ton of the lore, but overall, we go through, we do our daily videos, we make sure that we answer all those questions. Again, it is not going to give you a crazy amount of resources, but you're still going to get a significant amount. And of course, it is building it up kind of day by day. But the big thing is, over on the test server right here on Friday, we are going to see the second iteration of the Golden Frontier. Now, there are so many players and so much feedback that I got over on YouTube about players that absolutely love it. They did incredibly well. They were in, a really good alliance, and they pushed. They got the frames, they got everything. And of course, the frames, we learned later, do expire, which kind of sucks. And I'm hoping that the next ones that we do get in the Golden Frontier are going to be permanent. But I'm hoping they also made a lot of adjustments within the Golden Frontier. And I believe right about tomorrow? I think tomorrow we might have some new patch notes up, which hopefully talks about changes and adjustments that we've seen in the Golden Frontier. Now, if you remember the last one, it was the beta version. So this was the very new, the very beta version of it. Overall, there were a lot of things that needed to be adjusted. There was a ton of feedback that we gave them on the Golden Frontier. So I'm hoping that is going to be the exact thing that we're going to see, is a lot of differences and a lot of changes when it comes to the Golden Frontier in general. Now, of course, over here on this account, because it is the test server, I really do not play this account, guys. I want to pop open all of these chests just because we have so much stuff that is sitting here. The last time I really played this is Ainz Albedo. And every now and then we come over, we do some summons, we do and get some more heroes on here. But honestly, guys, I don't play a ton. I know most of the guilds, unfortunately, on the test server do not see a lot of action, do not see a lot of heroes. Even there, we have 5 legendary Bizarre Totems sitting in here. We have a ton of cards, 169, so we can actually do some summons in here. But I'm also wondering, guys, look at all these chests. I mean, we have chests. This is an old school Awakened chest. Look at how basic it used to be with our first generation, and then getting into the second generation heroes that we've seen, which of course is only those three. We do have the chest where we got Skyland so long ago. Even here when we got copies of Eugene, it's kind of crazy in here. Again, I run through this every now and then, but not too much. Even there is Shahan, guys. I didn't even know that we had gotten her, but I think through the resource, through the collection, everything. So we did get a copy of Shahan. And then, of course, we're still building up a couple other ones. We can pop open some of these stones. Just kind of sitting here, like I said, looking at, I mean, 189 chests here. We have 185 chests here. We went through and kind of built it. And even here, guys, the Draconic heroes. And I believe this was a little bit after they were released, because Valfura's in there. We have Scion in there. A couple of those bigger heroes. And again, looking at some of these guys, 107 chests right here. There are a ton of chests in here. There's Flora, there's Flora, there's Flora. Yeah, there's a lot of chests in here that literally just contain Flora. Again, not a ton of time, not a ton of effort put in here. But let me hop in and do the summons, because every now and then I do hop on here. We do play it occasionally. Even looking again, I know we did some of our Draconic summons. We got Nyla built up a little bit further. And then we do we actually have food for her? Oh, we have Melion. We don't want to go ahead and use Melion as food. I'm wondering, you know what? 43,000. Let's hop in the Dragon Isles, do some summons. We can go through here. We can push. We have 10 scrolls in here, 208. And there was Keelon. I forget if we did any summons for him. I don't think we did, but Dragonforge Trials, not even sure again the last time. Yeah, we went through level 3 in here. Again, I feel like if we push this a little bit, we could definitely do a little bit more, but let's just hop in here and see what it looks like. So wish list wise, we have all of the primary ones we want in here. Umbriel not being used in a couple of different places, but honestly doesn't have to be built up very well. But this is going to be what a majority of players, including the account on here, is going to have for the wish list itself. There's another copy of Nyla. And of course, we need copies of Gorgie. So 2 back-to-back, guys, double copies of Nyla. I'm going to burn through my diamonds too. Why not? 3 in a row, and there is Umbriel. So we do get another copy. Could we see more? Could we get a Highborn Draconic hero? That would be absolutely epic in here. And I'm gonna have to look to see who we were building. So there is another copy, which is a copy of Nyla. That is already 3 copies in the entirety. Going to be able to build her up a little bit further. And that was a Highborn. What do we get, guys? Hildwyn. Even though Hildwyn is free, we got a double copy in there. We got a copy of Umbriel as well. But unfortunately, we did see one, and it seems like Draconic summons. We do get them, I would say, quite a bit. I know last time we did the summons itself, we did get, I believe it was 3 copies in total when we built them out. So we got a couple copies. There's a copy of the Hildwyn. We do have copies in there, but we have a copy of Skyland there. We have Halia in there. Yeah, we don't have any of the new hero. We have Gwen. And again, thinking utility-wise, I think I'm going to go in and get land. Let's go ahead. We got 200 in here. Let's go ahead and see what we can do and what kind of damage we can do picking up some copies. Or I'm thinking Leviathan, which again, I'm not going to build out land at this point. Leviathan seems to be really the primary one that we're looking for. But could we pull some diamonds in here? And there we go. There's our unlock. So the massive tank right there within our Draconic, the Highborn Draconic. Could we get lucky with a couple other ones? Come on, normally this is about 600 to 700 summons to get the copies we need to actually build it up quite a bit. There is copy number 2, just another single in there. And unfortunately, we did not see any diamonds. Come on, I want one more copy. We got 200, so yeah, we should see at least one more. And there is one more, just another single, another chest in there. Could we get copy number 4 out of here? Fingers crossed, guys. Could we get lucky with one more? Come on, it's got to be close. Oh, there it is. There is number 4. Boom, it gives us another single. Again, just a couple more chests in there. And to pull back to back or pull doubles in here, it's kind of crazy because it is so So expensive to build these heroes out. It is incredibly, incredibly expensive. Gonna say, it seemed like we had a lot more cards than I thought in there. Let's see if we can pull just one more out of here. Come on. We got 6 more cards. We'll be able to build up a couple of the Draconic heroes. And I thought about playing on the test server, but like I said earlier, lot of people quit and a lot of people do not play in the test server at all anymore. But we're going to have to see what the patch notes look like if the patch notes are coming up tomorrow. But that does give us a couple more copies of Gorgie, as well as a couple more copies of Nyla. There is the food we need for those Draconic heroes. Unfortunately, didn't get either of the ones we were looking for. Really looking to see about getting. Oh, we don't even have enough copies of Gorgie, do we? Oh, we do. We do. I was going to say, I didn't. So we could have built Gorgie up a little bit. Boom. There we go. All right. Nyla's being built up. There is our Mythic Plus based on Gorgie. Not enough to build him up any further. And then we'll go ahead and we'll build up Leviathan a little more. Let's combine some more copies of Gorgie down here. We'll double again. Valfuro, we didn't get many more copies of. We did pick up that copy of Hilduin as well. Yeah, Meleon's the only other one. Boom. And again, Meleon is still used in quite a few formations. It makes a really big difference if you have all of the heroes. And we've talked about this quite a bit. If you have all the heroes in AFK Arena, it really makes a big difference on who you can actually build in formations and kind of who you want to build in formations. If you're to the point where you're missing a ton of heroes, like I know a lot of players, especially if you're newer to AFK Arena, that they do not have in the entirety, then it's just going to be a matter of time before. But a lot of these heroes you see are going to be your substitutes. It is going to be the heroes that you're putting into really a lot of these different formations that will work incredibly well, even at a lower level, just because it's either having the hero or possibly not having the hero at all. Again, it makes a really big difference when you're going in here and when you're building this out. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Again, wanted to really showcase what we're going to have coming down the pipeline. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.